Hello, everybody, and welcome to Soul Care Live with Tracy Reddy. I am your host, Tracy Reddy, marriage and family therapist turned dating consultant for single Black women. So, girl, if you need some help out here in these dating streets, or not out here in these dating streets, you just out there, living your best life, but you want to get prepared for love, you need to holler at me at tracyreddy.com and start your soul care journey. Today, I am so excited to have a wonderful, wide variety, just ooey gooey panel with me today to talk about a topic. Y'all know we've been in a series called How We Show Up. And we're just talking about how we tend to show up in relationships, in the dating scene. And so we started off talking about the whole bonnet idea. Y'all can go back and watch that. That was a good one. And then we talked about what was our other topic? I forgot. We eventually talked about bouginess, how Black women are starting to embrace the idea of luxurious things and things like that. So you can go back later and watch all of those. But today, the topic is how we show up the little things. Those little things, little subtle things that, okay, it really don't impact how well a person can treat you, or, how what the quality of the relationship will be. But at the same time, it really do bother you. Like, it's a big thing to you. It's not a big thing, but it's a big thing to you. And it's, in some cases, some of you might say it is a big thing. So I didn't want to talk about this topic by my ooey gooey. Hey, Wendy. I didn't want to talk about this topic by myself. So I brought on a little panel, y'all. Look, this little panel, they just, y'all, just wait, child, I'm going to tell you who everybody is, child. Hold on. Okay, we're going to do the ladies first. We have Miss Ashley Bush. She is the looks like the owner of My Curvy Beauty. She's a brand ambassador. She lives here in Dallas. She's also a mother and a nurse. And she is a single Black lady who has some opinions to share on today. Like they say at church, on today. So we're going to bring Ashley up right quick. All right. There she is. Okay, ma'am. Speak to the people. Say hello to your fans.
Hi, everyone.
All right. And next we have up, still sticking with the ladies right here, we have K-Mo. Now listen, y'all, K-Mo is like, she's kind of a big deal. And I only say that because she is the founder of, she's an influencer and the founder of Black Girls of Texas. Y'all, I got in this group and it was not this many folks in there, but in a very short time, all the Black women in Texas have migrated to this group on Facebook. She has 30,000 members on there. She says she's a leader, influencer, and a lover of people. She runs a few social media platforms, and she loves to socialize and learn about others. She's currently revamping her YouTube channel because she loves to talk, and she has an amazing gift of gab. She's excited to dig into today's topic. So let's welcome K-Mo. Let me bring her up here. Just a second. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be on here today.
Absolutely. Okay. And so now we are going to get to the gentlemen, to the men. All right. We also have Earl Hamilton. He is, and everybody on here is single. So because I want to get the opinions of single people. He is living in Florida. He is, I just know this little piece about him. I know that he invests in himself as far as the inner work because he done talked to me before. Okay. All right. And he's actually participated in one of our book clubs that we did and provided some really great insights. So when I was thinking of panel members, I said, oh my God, I got to go find out, see what Earl doing on Friday because I'm gonna need him on this. Okay. All right, so he is going to be up next. Let me bring up Earl to the stage. Hey, Earl.
Hey, Tracy. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Hey, Ashley. Hey, K-Mo.
Huh?
I said, hey, Ashley. Hey, K-Mo.
Hey, okay. And then finally, y'all, now this young man, perhaps needs no introduction because we've been on several panels together over the past few months. So I'm sure you see his face on my page on and off. He is, let me just open the chat because I was just going to just start talking because I can just talk. He's a writer, author, journalist, and musician who has written and edited extensively for trade, music, and nonprofit publications. His book, My Life with Blanche, Elements of a 30-plus year Black Marriage, focuses on what it takes to build a successful long-term marriage, raising a son and daughter in an already made family, and how to deal with and survive trials and tribulations as a married couple from an African-American perspective. He was born and raised in New York City and is currently a resident in New Jersey. He's the president of Bonetown Editorial Services and Bonetown Publishing. He also writes a blog, The Soul of Charles Duke, focusing on his thoughts regarding love and relationships, music, and today's socio-political landscape. What made me think to put Charles on this because he recently said a quote that was kind of in reference to this. He was sharing something. So I don't want you, Charles, I don't want you to say it yet, okay? I want you to save it to the end. That's going to be how we end everything up because it was so pertinent and powerful. So we're going to add Charles to the stream now. Hello, sir.
Hello.
How are you today?
Tracy, Ashley, Kamon, Earl, how's everybody?
Awesome.
Tracy, you might as well also say representing the North with all you Southerners here.
I know.
Representing
Yes.
the North.
Representing the north, representing the coast, okay, representing the East Coast, yeah, yeah, because we from all over the place.
That's
Jack.
right. That's right.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna jump right into this. Let me see what looks better. Is this better? We'll see. We'll play with that for a second. So I do want to jump over here into the comments real quick and see who we got with us. Of course, we already know we have Wendy Quiet Storm with us. We have Christina. Christina, girl, you came in early today. I see. I'm so excited for you. Wendy said, wow, I guess I need to stay in Virginia. Too many of you in Texas. No, girl, come on down to Texas. You do great down here. Let's see. Wendy said, hey, Kamo. Lily Hazel said, hey, girlie. He's a gentleman speaking to everyone. Hey, Earl, yes, Earl, listen, I ain't gonna have none but good men on the show now. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. I ain't gonna have none but good men. All right, and then Vanessa Moon says, hey, everyone. So we are so glad to have y'all here. Y'all in the comments, I would love for you to say, what is that? What is one of your little pet peeves that's a little thing that ain't really a big deal, but it bothers you? Put that in the comments and we'll share it throughout the show. Okay, so how this is going to be set up, y'all, I'm going to read off a couple of scenarios that I made up myself. Well, my husband helped a little bit with some of these. I made them up myself. But these are real things that I have heard people like, I quit talking to her or him. And we're going to just one at a time chime in our thoughts about each one. Okay, let's see. Oh, that ain't the right thing. Y'all, I'm finna read y'all something that ain't got nothing to do with this at all. Okay, let's see here. Let's do this one first. We're gonna go to the most controversial of them all. Recently controversial of them all. Okay, y'all ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. All right. Now let's see here. Let's see. You usually, now you got to put yourself in the right position to hear. Y'all are here. Okay. You usually do your grocery shopping late at night at your local Walmart around 11 or 12 o'clock at night to avoid the crowds. You see this woman in there who you think is really attractive. Or you are this woman who is being observed by a man. The thing is, because it's so late, she's always in there in PJs and a hair bonnet. Super comfy, okay? But you give her space, you give her grace because, hey, leave Black women alone. And come on, it's midnight. Well, you just so happen to need to go to Wally World at 2 p.m. on a busy Saturday afternoon. You noticed over time that she drove a very distinctive car and you saw it parked outside when you got ready to go in. So you decide today is the day that you're going to let her know that you would like to speak with her. And you were excited to see what she would look like in the daytime. You go in and you finally come across her in the frozen veggie aisle, only to discover she's still in PJs and a bonnet. Mm-hmm. Men, would you still say something to this woman? And ladies, would you be embarrassed if he did? Why or why not? Who wants to go first? Just raise your hand. Remember, we're going to do one mic at a time. Who want to go first? Okay, K-Mo, tell us. If you were this woman and you come discover this man that been watching you for a while, would you be embarrassed if he walked up to you that way?
So I have to imagine I'm wearing PJs because that would never be me. Because I'm always dressed to the nines or something. Because for one, like I said, as an influencer, and two, as a woman, I hold myself to a certain standard. So no matter where I'm going, I could have like a cute little 2-piece set, or they have like little hair wraps. My hair is not done. Throw you on a quick wig and brush it out. I would be embarrassed if somebody wanted to talk to me and I was in pajamas, especially if I was just like running there real quick. Because first impression is everything. You only get 30 seconds to sell yourself to somebody. And so when somebody's looking at you and talking to you, that's their first impression. I think it's just not, it looks lazy. It looks like you're not putting any effort into yourself. And a lot of people probably gonna not like me after this, but it's just my opinion, and that's what I feel. And I think that's a turnoff probably for a lot of men because, you know, as a woman, we just have a certain essence about us and a softness, and you want to look like that. No matter if it's like you're dressed down, you're dressed up, you can put a little lip on, lip gloss, you know, whatever. You don't have to be always dressed up, but always look presentable because you just never know what's going to happen when you walk out the door. Who could approach you, who can see you and know you from social media or anything like that, especially if you have a brand or a business or anything like that. So my opinion is, yes, it is embarrassing. And I wouldn't want a man to approach me like that. I wouldn't go outside like that. And I feel like a man that does, he might not have a lot of standards. So that's my opinion.
Ooh, there. Hey, okay. All right, Ashley, you go next. We're gonna let the men chime in next.
I agree with K-Mo. I wouldn't necessarily be out looking like that because I'm kind of in the same boat, you know, influencer, and I'm a girly girl, so I like looking cute anyway. No matter where I'm going, I'm usually overdressed. But on the same token, I wouldn't be embarrassed because not all men, but most men, they don't care. All they care about is that you got a nice body. Other than that, they really ain't caring about that we dressed to the nines and we got lashes and makeup and hair. They could care less. So I wouldn't necessarily be embarrassed if he talked to me. I wouldn't judge him for talking to me, you know. But I agree, I wouldn't necessarily be dressed that way. But I try not to judge people that are. Like you say, you never know what they're going through, you know, whatever the case. But yes, I've seen it happen to me, my girlfriends. We could be walking around the bonnet and here comes somebody trying to holler. And it'd be nice looking. Like I was recently in Houston. My girlfriend, she had on a bonnet, but she's very pretty, nice body, everything. We down there getting breakfast. It's football players. I guess it's like tryouts. So it's football players all over the place. This man watched her go to the omelet tray all the way back to sit down. He got up, came and talked to her at the table and got her number. So I was just like, you know, what can I say? You know, so I don't think the bonnet's gonna stop anything.
Well, you know what? It's interesting that you bring that up. I recall one day. Oh, so shame to say it. But you know, this was back before you could go into your phone and pay your tithes on church at, you know, online at the church, right? Yeah. And so one Sunday I was like, let me go run to the bank to get my money at the ATM. And lo and behold, my car broke down. I forgot exactly what happened, but I think I had to get a boost off or something. So I went straight. I mean, I was looking crazy, y'all. I was looking right crazy. And messed around. Had to go to the auto parts store. I was so embarrassed, but I had to go to the auto parts store. And to Ashley's point, this dude still tried to talk to me. And so we talked for briefly right there, helping with my car and everything. And then he asked me out. And so when he finally saw me dressed up, he was like, wow, I wasn't expecting all of that. And I was like, and I'm sorry, you met me looking like I was looking. So I agree in some situations where guys may not care about it at all. But at the same time, I am not one who would go out looking like that on purpose. On purpose. Okay. Who wants to go first, gentlemen? You're chiming in as the man. All right, go ahead. Just unmute yourself.
All right, Charles, I'll jump in. I'll be pretty brief. Ashley, you are absolutely right on it. See, this is the beautiful thing about being a woman is that men are visual. So, I mean, although we appreciate you all when you take care of yourself, we love seeing you, the makeup all done, everything, and just, being beat. But if you see someone that attracts you, anything like that, if I don't talk to you, then the next guy definitely will. So regardless of what you're wearing, what you're looking like necessarily at the time or anything like that, the thing that's going to make an impression on me is when I hear your voice and I get a chance to actually find out what you're really about. And we can usually judge that within like the first 30 seconds or a minute of actually talking to you, what your personality is like besides your looks and all that. But just you wearing, whatever clothes you wearing, I mean, we're providers. So, I mean, if you wear sweatpants or anything like that, trust me, we can dress you up. We can take care of whatever we take care of. So that's not going to be a deterrent. But to find a beautiful woman who has, a real strong personality and has a mind that you can connect to is really, really rare. So we don't want to let that opportunity possibly pass us by. So no, we're not going to let some sweatpants or anything like that stand in the way of that. So.
I didn't say sweatpants. I said pajamas.
Well, pajamas.
Okay, all right.
Because the sweatpants are kind of nice sometimes, but anyway. But Charles, I'll let you chime in, Charles.
Gee, thanks, Earl. now you're gonna have to understand a little something. I mean, this gray hair is here for a reason. I come from a different generation, okay, where and I'm thinking about my late wife Blanche. Blanche went pressed everywhere. It didn't matter if it was 11 o'clock at night, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. She was going to be hooked up, and that appeals to me. I would rather see a woman who, and by the way, I always thought that sweatpants and a sweatshirt, I thought that was sexy. But at the same token, I tend to lean more towards a woman that wants to present a certain level of appearance. I'm not the if a woman went to this, here to Stop and Shop, if she went, I saw her in Stop and Shop, she's very attractive and she's in pajamas and a bonnet. and she's my age. That's a definite no and DQ, disqualifier for me. But at the same token, it does not say anything about a woman's personality. Oftentimes, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And I'm always an advocate for getting to know a woman before making any type of judgment. But I do have to say, I come from a generation where that's just not accepted. Okay, it's you just can't. You can't in pajamas and a bonnet. We used to have problems with curlers.
With rollers, yeah, the little piece.
Yeah.
I remember Blanche and I were on vacation once, and a sister came out in rollers, and Blanche said, "Why she got to come out like that? Come on, we got to be represented all the time." So that's my take on it. That's it.
Well, that's it. Oh, go ahead, Kamo. You got comment, question?
I just want to add to what I said. My appearance and how I feel me and myself as a woman and other women, it's not about a man wanting to approach me, okay? It's how I want to view myself and how I look first and the value of myself. But there's, sweatpants are cool, like he said, but I feel like as women, that should be first. You know what I'm saying? Like, but your emergency, Tracy, that's understandable. However, if it's all the time, then we may need to reconsider some things. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Because I'll be like, these men gonna look anyway. But yeah, first.
Well, yeah, and that was the question. The question is, ladies, would you be embarrassed if you were in that predicament, whether it was an emergency or whatever? Like, would you be embarrassed about it? Not that you would or wouldn't do it because of a man, but how you would feel about it. So let's see what they're saying over here in the comments, y'all. They got some stuff to say. I already shared some of. We got to go all the way back up. Let's see. We talking about lunch over here. I'm on the phone. I don't know what she talking about. I'm on the phone. It's too small. Oh, you're talking about the view. Okay, Wendy, I might fix it for you. All right. Let's see. Okay, multiple people are saying it's too small. Let me make y'all bigger. All right. Y'all happy now? I'm here to please the people. I love my people. Okay. Now let's see here. Vanessa says she would be a little embarrassed. Lily said, yes, first impression is very important. Wendy said, y'all, by the way, she's a comedian. Wendy said, pajamas in public is not of God. Lily said, or hair bonnets. Let's see. Vanessa said, if I go to Walmart late at night, I would be comfortable in pants, but not PJs. Yeah, I mean, because I've been to Walmart late at night, and I just, but see, I'm one who wears athletic clothes all the time anyway. So, yeah, that's probably what I would wear. Let's see here. She says, correction, I would wear comfortable pants. Got you. Okay. I'm guessing Lily is saying she pretty much would be embarrassed. Vanessa is saying it seems like guys try to talk to you more when you are not dressed up. When we feel like we looking broke, busted, and disgusted, that's when they be like, "Hey, girl," we'll be like, "Oh boy, don't talk to me." Well, back in the day, before I, was married, praise the Lord. All right, let's see. Wendy said this is interesting. Wendy said exactly, Vanessa. Okay, so we got a lot of comments over there, and we will keep revisiting them over and over again throughout the whole broadcast. But again, you guys, for those of you who are just tuning in, we are talking about the little things, and I do want our audience to share what are some of those things that are not that big a deal, but it's still bothersome to you. So share those in the comments as well. And we are going to go to our next scenario. This was kind of goofy. I apologize in advance, but I know that this thing is a big deal to people. Okay, y'all ready? Here we go. Your friend tells you that they met this lovely single person while they and their spouse was out. They had a great time chatting with them as they shared a table at one of those communal barbecue joints. Y'all in Texas, I know y'all know what I'm talking about. One of them places where they got that long table and you sitting there with people you don't know. Okay, so they sitting at one of those like communal barbecue joints. The friend says, I'm not sure. I couldn't tell with certainty because we were eating barbecue, but it looks like their nails were a little extra dirty. I got their number anyway because they were such a nice person. They were so great to talk to, and they sound like everything you would want in your type of guy or girl. But honey, those nails were something else. I don't know if it was a fungus or what, but they're an amazing and interesting person. Panel, are you going to reach out to this person who potentially has a hygiene problem in the way of dirty, nasty nails? Or are you going to pursue that conversation or not pursue that conversation? Who wants to go first? Come on, Charles.
I'd have to take a shot at it.
Okay.
I'm not going to go by the word of whoever was trying to hook me up with this young lady. But at the same token, I will, my antennas will be up as far as that's concerned. Mm-hmm. But at the same token, who knows? Maybe she was going to go to the nail salon after the barbecue. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. And by the way, us Northerners know about the long table too. Okay. All right. We know our way around a rib. Thank you. Okay. But no, I would not prejudge in that particular situation. I would reach out if I thought mm-hmm. that they made it sound like she was someone really right up my alley, mm-hmm. and I'd check it out and have to see it for myself. Okay.
Yeah.
And that is the answer.
That's very fair. That's very fair. Who wants to go next? Go ahead, Ashley.
I agree. I would take a chance because I've dated guys before where I didn't necessarily like their nails. They weren't necessarily dirty, but like I dated a guy that would wear long nails. And I hated it. I'd be like, cut your real ass.
Look at Earl. Look at Earl. How you saying?
I hated it. I'd be like, please cut these nails off. But yeah, I would give him a chance. And then if, we hit it off, we're definitely going to get manis and petties together at that point. But yeah, I would give it a chance since he has every other element that I like.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Who wants to go next?
I'm gonna go because like Kamo's facial expression just give me life as we kind of going through, so I know everything. Right there, so. No, I mean I'm like Charles too. I mean it's especially with women when it comes to your nails and stuff like that. It's like I would definitely give it a shot. I've never really had a good experience being hooked up like that anyway, so I'm going to be a little reticent anyway. But I mean, I'm like Ashley. You can always go to the nail shop or anything like that if it's that's not an issue and all that. So that wouldn't be that much of a big deal.
Okay.
Kamo.
Hygiene is very important for me. So dirty nails, it is a no-go for me, but I would still give it a chance. I would have to see the extent of the dirty nails, because when you're around somebody, if you're interested in them and you're getting to know them, you could always show them the way, like, oh wow, like she said, get a manicure, or maybe hint at hygiene, like how important is hygiene to you? People, not everybody is raised the same, like
correct.
They don't say clean nails or do this or do that, and so just give them a chance. But I don't prefer long nails. I don't prefer dirty nails, but it's okay. Like if that shoe, as long as it looks presentable, then it's okay. Like if your nails are dirty, like some people don't. People don't tell people things sometimes. So you could be that one to just be like, those nails are a little dinge. So let's go in the restroom. Let me give you a little manicure. Active service, whatever it is. And then they'll be aware of it. So yeah, you can always teach people. So you give them a chance. But if after that, at the initial conversation, and I don't know, hygiene.
That's a good point, Kamo. So let's say everybody's like, ooh, that could be fixed. But what if you do that first fix and they be like, man, I just don't. This ain't my thing. I don't care about it. And them nails accumulate back to black. What your thoughts about that?
It's a wrap. Back to black? No, it's a wrap. I'm not doing it because hygiene is important. No, I'm very about stuff. So it's just like I can't look at that, and you can't be touching me.
Like what is that under there, right?
If we ever get to that point, you can't be touching me. You're not messing with my pH balance. So no, it's a wrap.
Okay, wait. All right, can I ask a question of the ladies though?
Yes.
All right, so but I mean, you have men that I build houses and stuff like that. We got men that work with their hands, that do a lot of different stuff and all that. The last thing we're thinking of, especially a guy that's like alpha type, that's building stuff, doing stuff with their hands. They're not really thinking about look at K-Mo's face. They're not really thinking about nail hygiene the same way that you guys are. But you got a good quality, hardworking dude that's gonna come home to you, take care of you, provide for you, and all the other stuff. And I mean, that's just not something to get around, maybe.
Now, if the dirty hands are giving the dollars, then maybe I can go to Walmart and get the little stuff for you and I'll clean your hands for you. We can work around it if it's doing that, yeah.
I agree. I could work with that, But men is different. I mean, it's different with men. Y'all could be dirty and sweaty and so I do give that a pass. You're a man. I like manly men. So, but yeah, still we want to keep it clean, keep it cute.
You bring up a great point, Ashley, because I know a lot of women are like, ooh, I want somebody who is a certain way. And there are certain things that come with them being that certain way. And well, slipping on the nails could be a thing,
Well, I guess I'm gonna just have to be a manicurist because I'm gonna just have to fix it.
I know one of the ways that me and my husband serve each other, especially when we first met, we would like he would massage my feet. We could do little pedicures with each other, So yeah, it can turn into a way to serve each other and to just have fun with each other. Mm-hmm. It don't have to be, it don't have to be that bad of a thing, Fellas, did y'all have something else you wanted to add before we go on to our next scenario?
I was just about to say that I don't want to cut you off, Charles. I mean, it's kind of an interesting scenario because I find that, and ladies, you can probably chime in on this because I love hearing your perspective and stuff like that. A lot of times, man, if we focus in on some small things like that, we really, really miss, what could be quality relationships, whether friendship or otherwise, You know what I mean? Because every time you meet a guy or a girl, it's not going to develop into, you know, something different. But we miss some quality relationships and connections that we can have because we focus on whatever our kind of sometimes what our pet peeves are. You know, but then again, you can also go to the flip side. And you have those of us that, you know, are willing to just accept whatever at any given time and all that too. So, I mean, it's an interesting point, but yeah, that's all I had.
Well, you said you want to hear the ladies' perspective on what exactly?
Perspective on, do you find that as women, sometimes you have things that just are just kind of, you know, roadblocks to you, that this is just a non-starter or anything like that, and that may cut you off from relationships with quality people sometimes?
Now, I know I said a lot of things. However, I always give the person a chance to show me who they are. I don't just knock people like, oh, yeah, oh, I can't do it. Like, that's not me at all. I always look at the person's heart. However, I have learned that I used to accept a lot of things that I really did not want in my 20s, and I'm not doing it at 30 anymore. So, you know, if we talk to each other, you might not like things about me. So we'll talk about it. Okay, if I like you enough, maybe I'll be observant and, you know, remember it, and vice versa. However, I don't want people to settle either, because there's a lot of that going on too. So yes, if we can work on it as a unit, then perfect. And if not, then I might have to holler at you.
Ashley?
Yeah, I agree. I feel like that's part of why I'm single, because I could be kind of vain. So, like, if you're not dressed cute enough, we can date, but you might not be my man. You may not never make it to the boyfriend level. So, yeah, I do agree. Some pet peeves, you know, keeps us single, but I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to balance, you know, what we like, what we don't, and coming together.
I feel like what you settle for in the beginning is going to aggravate you later.
Yeah, it does.
And you're going to try to change them. And it's like, well, you knew I was like this before. And it's just like, oh, now I love you and now I want you to change it. But it's like, no, you really didn't like it. You should have just kept trucking.
Ooh, fellas, I want to hear y'all chime in on that, because that it's like when you ask the question like Earl just asked about, you know, ladies, do you feel like little things, being mindful of those little things keeps us single? But like she said, at some point that could be the very thing. Well, it would be a symptom of what's wrong. But that very thing could be the thing that, you know, takes you off the rails. So what are y'all thoughts on that?
Can I just chime in on this last part?
Absolutely.
Got a little story. When I was in my 20s, I had a prototype. Okay. My woman had to be like 5'5", had to have the longest hair, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, I met somebody who was 4'11", and nice size hair, but not longish, not flowing and anything like that. Very stylish, but no buts. I'll just put it this way. As a result of me talking with her that evening, she became eventually my wife of 34 plus years. Okay. So this is why I say never, ever prejudge on something superficial. My bottom line is, I mean, the woman came up to here on me, but she was the greatest woman I ever met. So I'm here to tell you, don't judge on something superficial. Don't do it.
Don't get stuck there.
Don't get stuck. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say as far as that.
Charles, how tall are you? You said she's 4'11". How tall are you?
6 even.
Okay. Oh wow. Yeah.
You can see us back there.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm 6 even.
Okay. All right. Anybody else have anything to chime in? Oh, Earl went on mic. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just your comment was just about kind of the men. I don't know. I won't speak to how women are. I know that guys are. I'll speak for myself and most of the guys that are my type, if you will. We're not terribly hard to please. And I'm like you, Charles. When I was in my 20s and stuff like that, when I was younger, yeah, you got a specific type and all that. But when you get a little bit older, you learn to value some other things that are less subjective than just kind of looks and some other little pet peeves. And there are some qualities that when you connect with somebody, those small things really don't matter as much.
Compatibility counts.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So for me, I mean, that what we may call small stuff is never small stuff until it gets toward a breakup or until there's a rift or something like that. Then those small things become magnified, because all that is that's evidence in the bias that we already have is trying to push us apart and all that. But for guys and stuff like that, I mean, if you take good care of me and stuff like that, and I love you and I'm taking care of you, I mean, all of us get on each other's nerves one way or another because we're built differently. So I think it just comes with the territory in some ways. So
very nice. Yeah, I mean, I think we all, I can't recall only being judging guys based on look. Now, I did have my dark skin phase and my light skin phase. Okay, that was when I was like a teenager. It was like, oh, the light skin boys are and then when I was a little older, it was the dark skin boys are and now I'm just like, ironically, my husband is right smack dab in the middle. He's not too light or dark, but there was a time that was important, but it still wasn't. Even in those times, I talked to guys who didn't fit whatever my thing was, because I wanted to be treated well more than anything. So yeah, it's never been a thing for me specifically, but like I said, I have talked to a lot of single people in the work that I do, and there are little things that they're like, ugh, and I'm like, oh, okay, but you said he was a great guy, or she was such a nice woman. Well, but this, I'm like, well, okay then, go around this mountain again. All right, so let's see what they're saying over here in the comments. Let's see. Christina, who we know is a cosmetologist, and she said, of course, and it is. But like we said earlier, are they going to keep up with it? Or are you going to keep up with making them do it, or being the one to do it for them? Vanessa said, I will have to find out why they have dirty nails. That's a great point. Like if they are a construction worker or a mechanic or something like that, then, it kind of comes with the territory. But if you working in the office, what you scratching that's got your undernails so black? Just wondering. Okay. Wendy said, nope, I don't do, she said, don't do hookups at all. Okay, so forget the nails. You don't even do it. She's like, I don't even do blind dates at all. Tracy said, I like meeting interesting people. Nails can be fixed. I will meet him. Absolutely. Wendy, being the comedian she is, says, I am a rib. Let's see. That's a good point. She said, are they eating with nail fungus? Let's see. I don't like when guys have long nails. Now, I have seen guys with that long pinky nail. I don't know. I don't like that either. I don't too much care for that either. I can honestly say that it would be a turn off. He said I wouldn't talk to him. It'll be a turn off. Let's see. Vanessa said, no, not the pH balance. You're right. You get to touching around and shoot. We sensitive. Okay. I'm just leave it at that. Christian show. Okay. Let's see. Dirty nails and nail fungus are two different things. Nail fungus is not of God. This girl. Let's see. My grandfather started his trucking company in 1948. Clean nails weren't a part of his grind. Exactly. Let's see. Wendy said, that's the truth, Earl. Christina said, I deal with Black women on a concentrated level. I found that in an effort to not settle, some Black women will overcorrect and become difficult. Woo! Christina, I'm gonna mess around here and put you on here to go live, child, because you speaking a whole word. I could say so much, but I'm just gonna shut up. I ain't gonna say nothing. But you're absolutely right. There's a difference between standards and even pet peeves, and then just being hard to please. So that is the whole different thing. He said Crayola Brown brothers never got any love. And that's my husband. Let's see. Long nails with a pinky ring. Ugh, despise it. And Wendy said, the husband just showed up. Yes. He is here. My greatest supporter, biggest cheerleader. All right, y'all. We're going to go to the next. Scenario. Okay. And this is probably going to be our last, although I have another. Oh, I got another one. We're going to try to do the last two, okay? Okay, so I'm going to go to that one last. We're going to go to this one first. You meet someone out and about during the pandemic, and the entire time, of course, y'all are practicing safety. You're wearing masks because COVID, duh. You have a great conversation and you exchange numbers. As you talk over the next week or so, you discover that y'all have a lot in common. The chemistry is good as when y'all met in person. It's backed up when y'all talk on the phone. And so you schedule to meet each other on the weekend. You get to the restaurant, you greet each other, masks on, of course, still COVID, all right? But once you reach the table and the appetizers come, you both decide it's safe to unmask. They unmask, and you discover they got a whole teeth situation going on. A whole teeth, I mean, whatever you can think of as a bad teeth situation, put that in, plug that in. That you really, really didn't expect. It's so distracting that you have to force yourself not to stare in their mouth. The convo is great, the food is great, the date continues, it's great, and then it comes to an end. Are you anticipating day 2 or nah? And if nah, how would you communicate this considering the only thing y'all had is good time and good conversation? Who wants to go first?
I'm not okay. Look, I am not shallow when it comes to looks. Listen, I really don't even have a type. Mm-hmm. You know, I just like earlier y'all said somebody you're compatible with. You do have your little pet peeves and stuff, but I at least get to know people. But when it comes to the tea situation, I don't know. I think it's maybe something I can try to get past. I've never had to deal with it on a extreme level, but I think that if we are, I know, right? I'm already laughing. I think that if we are like compatible and they are like, we really rocking and they good to me, I can maybe look past it. But when I think about our future babies, I'm already, you know, have that dental plan in place. But, you know, because of genetics or whatever. But I think I can try to look past it. Woo. Because none of us
it'll be hard for you though.
It will be hard, but everybody needs love, straight teeth, crooked teeth, all of that. So, you know, that would not exactly be a deal breaker for me.
So look, I'm gonna go to the comments real quick before the rest of y'all respond. Christina said, "Oh, I can't do rearranged mouth furniture. Nope, mouth furniture. I'm done. Okay, who wants to go next?"
I'll go. It's gonna be a no.
Oh,
yeah, I'll be like, no. Yeah, I'm not about to look at no crooked, messed up teeth. Well, crooked's not that bad, but if like a teeth
the more than crooked, I'm talking about
like teeth missing and just I just know I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm not, and I don't even have perfect teeth at all. But my appearance is like, you know, nice smile. So you gotta at least have that. But yeah, that ain't gonna work. Mm-mm.
So teeth is where you draw the line. I knew I keep pushing till you know, broke. All right.
Wait, so you talking about like just crooked teeth, or you talking about like I need to go to a dental hygienist?
Remember, I said the worst thing that you could think of. Not.
Oh no,
not
then
no.
I thought it was just crooked teeth. No, ma'am. Okay, no, I'm sorry. Okay, you can see me. Like, no, I take care of that. So no.
Okay, Charles.
I have a problem with somebody even has a gold tooth in their mouth. So I'm gonna just be straight up. So yeah, that would be I think that would have to be a no for me.
Wow, we draw the line at the teeth. Okay. Earl, who has a winning smile over there?
You're so kind. You're so kind. You know, as men, we compartmentalize like everything in our life really, really quickly. So I think if someone if the smile didn't work, we immediately can compartmentalize you immediately to the friend zone really, really quickly. And then and just kind of move on from there. And if we're smart or anything like that, if we have integrity, we communicate that before anything goes too far. So, yo, you're real cool. I have a really good time with you. We can be the best of friends. We can hang out, but we just gonna be friends.
Right. And so thank you for going there, because that was the second part of the question. If you say no, how would you communicate that? Because remember, all this past week or so, y'all been talking on the phone every day, having great conversation. The conversation there is good. And all of a sudden you like, You see their teeth finally because, you know, mask gate. And then you're like, I got to figure out how to say to this person, I'm not going to fool with them. Or like, how do you handle it? What is that conversation, Charles, Ashley, K-Mo? What is that conversation?
I like to be straightforward with people. So if somebody does try to speak to me and they have a mask on, I'm like, can you take your mask off so I can see your whole face? I do it straight up because a lot of people
from the beginning.
A lot of people have been getting bamboozled with the mask situation. So I'm just gonna ask because, hey, let's see what's happening under there. Because you gotta see the whole face. Up here can look bomb, like, oh, he's so cute. So you gotta, you know, not to be on the shallow end, but you gotta. Mask fish. That's what it was. People getting mask fish. Yes, that's what's been happening. But Earl, I will say that you are like very few and far between of a man who will say, I'm not interested in you, I just want to be a friend. Because a lot of these men are just drag it on and do what they do and you know
get what they want. Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate you for at least being that type of man.
Look, I don't bring no bad men on the show now. They've been vetted. Mm-hmm. Like I literally have never even spoken to K-Mo or Ashley. So, but Charles and Earl, I'm very careful of the men because I ain't bringing no KS types in here. Okay, y'all know what I'm talking about and who I'm talking about. I ain't bringing them on here. Okay. So anyway, but yeah. So I'm not surprised that they would have a more. Well, we don't know, Mr. Charles. What's your approach?
My approach would be to, I guess, let them down easy, as I interpret letting them down easy. Just saying that, you know, we had a great time, fantastic. I think you're a wonderful person. However, we're just not going to mesh. You know, that's the bottom line. I would like to, as Earl said, continue, talking with you on the phone, friendship, this, that, and the other. Maybe every once in a while we could grab a coffee or something, or a hot chocolate somewhere. But other than that, I'm looking for something else. And I would find a way of conveying that. I mean, not saying strictly I'm looking for something else, but I would use my poetry and my prose, my gift of writing. Anyway.
Yes.
That's it. I would not go ghost.
Yes.
I think that's a psychological
abuse.
It is psychological abuse, and I don't. I do not agree with anyone who does that. That is just very bad.
Yeah. Ashley, how would you communicate that you were not interested, though you've had this wonderful time with them?
I'm bad. I'm ghosting. They're probably never hear from me.
Ashley, I'm gonna need you to meet me over at SoulCareForSingleBlackWomen.com and enroll in my program. We need to talk ASAP.
I really don't know if I've ever really told someone like I'm just not interested. I feel like we usually just kind of stop talking some kind of way. So I probably would just avoid them, honestly. I'd be like, hey, you want to go out again? I'd be like, oh, I'm busy. Taking my cat for a walk. Like, I'll just be making up all kind of stuff, unfortunately. That's the Pisces in me. Like, it's really hard for me to just.
Girl, don't you put that on these Pisces, because I am one. I'm one.
Okay. Team Pisces.
That is the Ashley.
But yeah, it's hard letting people down. Like it is hard for me to just let someone down like that.
Yeah. I understand. It can be challenging to figure out how to do that and everything, and you don't really want to hurt the bad feeling, especially if you get along with them. So listen, y'all, curveball, plot twist. Let's say you do remain friends with this person and they go get their teeth fixed. And y'all still get along, y'all still have a great time. Are you gonna be, after you have let them down and told them, hey, not really interested, and now they got the teeth fixed? Oh, it's like, wow, okay, hold on. Are you going back in?
I'm gonna pop back up.
That's the way she disappeared. She's gonna pop back up. I love your honesty, Ashley. I love it.
There might be a date in our future. There might be a dinner date in our future. I'll be honest.
For me, it's like, it's never like a hard conversation. It's never like a hard stop conversation where it's like, boom, hey, I saw this, I'm not into this, now we got to shift to that. It's like, yeah, I know, I'm with you, Winnie. I'm like, dang, Ashley, for real. But anyway, But
Ashley out here
but yeah,
cursing people. She's like, peace. And then she's
Well,
like, oh, man.
but
Go
what,
ahead.
but what,
I'm sorry.
but what I will say with guys is, like I say, once we get to that intersection where it's like nothing's gonna happen, we cut off our ability to get emotionally involved anyway. So we already put a wall. We already know how far we're gonna go here. Now, if something changes in the situation, that's why you always got guys that always look back and be like, "Oh, wow, I really, really liked her," and stuff like that, because we put up this emotional wall anyway. So if something changes, well, then we can lower that wall down, but we still in the conversation anyway. So it's never like a hard conversation. I'm just not into it. It eventually comes up where, the woman or somebody's like, "Yo, what are we doing? What are we looking for?" Anything like that. It's like, and it's not a hard letdown. It's just like, "Yo, I'm just, I'm in a place in my life right now where this just isn't fitting for me. It's not connecting." But yeah. But if you fix some teeth,
would you tell her about once y'all, okay, let's say y'all friends, she get her teeth fixed, you like, okay, hold on, get back over there, and then y'all become maybe a couple. Would you ever tell her?
Oh yeah.
It was her teeth that kept you away.
Yeah. Yes, it's gonna come up in some sarcastic manner or something like that. Oh yeah, that's gonna be addressed. Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
We're gonna be way down the road.
Okay. K-Bo, what's yours? When you said no, of course, but he gets his teeth fixed. Where you going now? What you doing?
No, I'm not gonna piggyback. I didn't probably already moved on, and we could be cool. We can chop it up, but no, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
All right.
And that's messed up, Earl. You had me until you said that. I was like, wow, Earl, you should teach young men how to teach women. And then you said all that. Oh, yeah, and I'm going to be sarcastic about it.
That's when we in love, though, man. The sarcasm is just real. It's the expression. That's what is there.
I promise. It does.
But one thing, ladies, I will tell you, and just being real about men, and Tracy knows I always do this too. Always be wary, because men will keep you in the bullpen for a while. They'll do everything they can just to keep you like right there as friend, that kind of friend zone, but close enough, and flirt with you just enough where if they want to come back for something, they can. So you guys need to decide if that's the type of relationship you want, or that's the kind of guy you're dealing with.
Right.
Did I come back, came out? Did I get back, came out?
Let it go. Yeah.
Yeah, you came back. Okay. I can understand it though. My parents have been they've been married for 37 years, together for 39. So I done seen a lot of stuff. So I understand what you were saying, but I was like really here engaged with you. And I'm like, girl, you mean? No, I'm just playing. No, I'm just playing, no.
That is so funny. So listen, let's flip the script one more time. Let's say it was you with the jacked up teeth. K-Bo's face.
Now, when it is you in that position, you are going to want somebody to give you a chance. You are going to want somebody to see you and your soul and your heart. So I would want somebody to give me a chance. However, I would understand, because honesty is key in communication is key, any relationship, friendship, whatever. So I would want you to be honest with me. And then maybe I can look into some dental plans or something if I can afford it. You know what I'm saying? But, or if I want to do it. I probably already been looking at it, but when somebody tell you, they really pushes you to do something. Like, oh,
would you feel any resentment toward that person if they were that honest? Like, you know what? It's the teeth thing, and you know you got a teeth issue. Would you feel resentment towards them for even pointing it out?
My number one thing when I talk to people is like, always be honest with me about how you feel, because I don't want reserve like my feelings, but be honest to an extent. Don't be rude about it, but do be honest about how you feel, because I don't want to be. Yes, be tactful about it.
Honest, yeah.
I don't want to be going on thinking a certain thing and you thinking another thing, and it's just like we're not on the same page. So yeah, just be honest. But I would want somebody to give me a chance. But hey, if they want to rock with it, they can. But,
yeah. What everybody else got to say about that? If you're the one with the jacked up teeth, how would you want them?
Girl,
call him out.
Being perfectly honest, I don't know that this is. Because my personal esteem is different where I am now than when I was in my 20s. Like if I was in my 20s and somebody told me that and I already got low self-esteem and you liking me as affirming my manhood or something like that, I might be slightly devastated. I feel rejected. If that's something that I'm already dealing with. But I'm like, at this point, I'm like Kamo too. Just be straight up real with me. And for a guy, I would tell you this for a guy. If I really like you, okay, I understand you can't get past this, but I'm still gonna try to see if I can win you over. I'm not gonna let that stop me necessarily. You got to tell me to go away. But it depends on what your esteem is, how you actually receive it and all that, So it depends on it's an individual thing.
Yeah.
I agree. Just tell me. I can take it. I'd rather people be honest.
You don't
Everybody
want
don't
to be
like
ghosted?
everything. Yeah, I really don't want to be ghosted. But like Earl said, everybody don't have my self-esteem. I have high
Yeah,
self-esteem. So it ain't gonna nothing's gonna bother me. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But other people don't have that. So, but yeah, for me, yeah, you could tell me. And like Kamo said, that it does make you as a person start looking at it more when other people point it out. You be like, oh, I do got a missing tooth. Let me go get this taken care of.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree.
Okay. Charles, you got anything on this one? If it was you and the tables were turned?
I'm just taking notes from Earl.
Earl is
Uh,
our goof here.
Don't do that, Charles.
Earl, say that again.
Married a long time, Charles.
What's that?
He said you've been married a long time. Don't
Don't take
listen
notes
to
from
him.
me, Charles. You've
Don't
been
take
married a
notes from
long time.
Well, I don't know. Listen, I'm just impressed with the wisdom that's on this panel. So, but if I was the one with the jacked up teeth, and I don't know. I mean, I'd like for the person to try and get past it if I was really into them.
Mm.
However, I do have I do have a sense of empathy, understanding. If they can't get past that, there's others who
will?
can get past that. So,
Mm-hmm.
and they will accept me for the person that I am. So, and I think there's other things that they would enjoy about me. So,
yeah. So, you guys, let's see what they say in the comments. Wendy said, this is why it's important to ask them to send you a picture of them smiling, current picture of them smiling. Christina says that her script would be, I'm not feeling the romantic feelings that I need for this to become more than a friendship. Hey, it's tactful, it's honest. There you go.
Yeah, I'm copy and pasting that. Yeah, I need
okay.
that.
Sometimes you just need a script, need a way to say it, a way of escape. Let's see. Well, how about let's be honest and say, I like you, but your teeth. Wendy said, this is hilarious. Vanessa's laughing. Vanessa said, it depends on how they approach the situation, their tone of voice. I guess she said when it's reversed, how they tell you. Yeah, tact matters. Being tactful matters. Absolutely. Wendy said, go ahead, Earl, fight for what you want. When you said it ain't gonna necessarily stop you if you really like the person, but they not feeling you. Said Ashley is hilarious, and there you have it, folks. Absolutely. Okay, we're gonna jump into this last scenario because this is really the name of this was almost Does Size Matter? And this was a scenario. Okay, here we go. In high school, you dealt with insert whatever hard thing you dealt with in school. Each one of you think of whatever it is that you were bullied about, your biggest insecurity, your biggest issue. Insert that. You dealt with blank, and really you had no one knew about it. But this particular guy or girl somehow leaned in close enough to engage with you, and you shared this big secret with them. They were so compassionate and understanding and went out of their way to help you. Y'all stayed close all throughout school, and you had a secret crush on this person, but because they showed you so much love and respect despite your secret, you didn't want to ruin the friendship, and you didn't want to and they also had a significant other. Fast forward 10 years, y'all are having a class reunion. You haven't been in touch with this person in forever. After y'all graduate, y'all kind of went separate ways, went different schools, lost contact. You're still single and heard that he or she was single as well. And so you're working up the nerves to let them know that you like them. Haven't seen them in years. They don't have social media, and literally no one you've talked to. Oh, okay. They don't have social media. Okay, period. Literally no one you've talked to has ever made you feel as loved and supported, even in all these 10 years. They, as they have. You even heard from a friend of a friend that they asked if anyone had heard from you and if you would be at the reunion. Seems like the timing could be just right. You get to the event, anxious, nervous, excited, and looking for him or her. You realize they're not there. So you ask one of the coordinators, is XYZ here? They check the list and say, oh yeah, here she is right over there. They even asked about you when they got here. You were excited and turned around to see where the coordinator was pointing, and you saw the person. You went over, you spoke, you greeted him or her. Y'all had a great reunion. You sat and talked for a while, and all those good feelings came rushing back in of how you felt even when y'all were friends back in high school. They're still the same person, the same loving, caring person. The only thing is, they have gained 150 pounds. They're morbidly obese. Are you still going to share your interest in him or her? Why or why not? Who wants to go first? See, we're going progressively deeper.
I typically rock with people for how they make me feel. And so, like I said, I don't have a preference. I've dated all of them. So I'm just gonna put it like that, just to be tactful. So I probably, if we both are interested, maybe I would give it a chance. If I was still attracted, because people are, obese and they're still attractive. So, I mean, I haven't dated morbidly, but I've dated them. So it wouldn't be an issue for me. That wouldn't be. But I do like small guys though, because I got meat on my bones. So I do like small guys.
All right, who wants to go next?
Earl, because he's making because he was calling me out by my faces. So let him go.
Ironically enough, I've been in that scenario. Yeah, I've been in that scenario. Yes, yeah. Wow. I've been in that scenario where there's something I was crazy about when we were in school, and stuff like that, and been really, really good friends. And I pray to God she isn't on here. Been really, really good friends and all that. Then when we started like seeing each other and stuff like that more frequently later, the past few years and stuff like that, she expressed an interest in me, but I mean, men are visual. I'll be honest, men are visual, and it just didn't work for me. It just didn't work for me. But we still real cool. But it's not gonna ever be. It's not anything more than that. But we real cool. So yeah.
And it's because of the weight issue.
Well, you know what? When you like somebody, everything seems rosy and everything they do is really, really cool. But when you actually start talking to somebody, you got that kind of veil of attraction is off. Then you start to see the other attributes that you didn't really see as red flags before too. So it kind of lets you kind of see some other things that you didn't want to notice before.
I get that.
Yeah, so it's not just the weight, but it's being able to see the person a little bit differently because of kind of those attributes in this one word. And that's nothing against big girls and all that, because all y'all got it going on and all that. But this scenario just didn't work for me.
Christina said, no, I can't do morbidly obese. That's a health concern. Absolutely. Yeah, imagine creating children with someone who may not be there very long because simply their health, Go ahead, Ashley. What's your thoughts on this?
I'm going to say no. I'm going to pass on him. Although I have dated bigger guys and, but I feel like I know I'm more attracted to someone who, they don't have to be like skinny or small, but just like a normal size guy. I like, nice arms and muscles, but not too muscular. Us women, we like certain physiques, so yeah, the morbidly obese, but we could be cool. I'd be like, wow, we're cool.
This doggone Wendy said the Bible said lay aside every weight and sin. That's so he wants to sit on you. She's so stupid. Anyways, okay, all right. Come on, Charles. What is your thoughts on this?
This is where I have to pull age. When you get my age, okay, it's about more than the physicality. It's about the compatibility, the companionship. Someone that you can talk to, someone that shares the same reference points as you share. I mean, some of my reference points, if I go out to talk with you beautiful young ladies, they're obsolete. You have no idea what I'm talking about.
Right.
So from that standpoint, yeah, I would establish a relationship. However, or I would attempt to establish a relationship, but would it be a physical relationship? No, it would more than likely be a once in a while dinner relationship. We talk on the phone, not even occasionally, maybe more so than normal. Who knows? I'm not sure that it would evolve into a love relationship. But once again, the connection at my age is a different love, is a different thing.
It
Okay.
rises higher on the important list.
Well, I'm not gonna say it rises any higher in consciousness or anything like that, but it does. It is. You get to my age, and one of the things you check is the obituary column. Okay. And I've lost more than my share of friends over the years. So you want to establish contact with people who are of your era, have been where you are, can relate to the music that you dance to, can relate to a lot of things. So you tend to want to keep them in your circle. Once again, if it evolves some way, shape, or form to a relationship, then so be it. Okay. But it's at my stage, and y'all will get there, all of y'all. It's not a disqualifier. Okay. It's not a disqualifier. So
okay.
That's what I have to say about that.
All right. Well, over here in the comments, Christina said, I don't even like men with the alien body. So she's like, if they too small, they could be a problem. Then she said, y'all know what I'm talking about. Long arms and that stomach, no sir. Oh my gosh. For me, I think I would talk to him still. I have talked to guys who were way bigger because I'm a little thick now. Praise the Lord. But I have talked when I used to be so skinny that that was the joke. That was like the joke around me, was like I was just that skinny, like a little string bean. But I did talk to guys who were much larger than me. And it didn't matter. I didn't care. I didn't care one way or the other. And I probably wouldn't care now. My husband, I asked him this question. Of all these questions, he answered this one. We talked about it. And he said, he caught something that I put in there. He was like, you said those feelings came rushing back in? I said, yeah. He said, at that point, it wouldn't matter. He was like, because if I can sit there and engage with her and it's still that same connection, all that same stuff, we'll deal with the weight later, whatever. I'm going after her. I'm like, that's why I married you. That's why I married you, man. Shoot, up in here. Okay. So I did have some flash questions, like to ask this and that, but I won't ask all of them because we're running past our hour. But I do want to ask y'all this. When it comes to like the weight, specifically the weight, do you feel like your partner now this is somebody you're with, do you feel like their being overweight is a reflection on you? In any way, shape, or form?
No, that's on you. I'm saying no.
No, I'd have to say no. It's not a reflection on me. Once again, we used to have but my in-laws used to have a thing that if you're happy, you're gaining weight. If
right.
You ain't gaining weight. So I'd like to say that we graciously gained weight over the course of our relationship, and no, I don't think it's a reflection on any person that's in the relationship. I think it's something that happens. Sometimes it happens over time, and that's it. Everybody likes their pork chops and ribs.
Come on now. All right. Well, that was one of the questions that when we were coming up with this show idea, one of my friends, I come with all kinds of show ideas in different ways. And so my friend was asking that, wondering would the person feel like that's a reflection on them personally, their partner being that way. All right, y'all. So we have reached the end of the broadcast, but I don't want to end this without y'all sharing with us. Wendy says so many unhappy, skinny people. Let's see. Wendy said, talking, dating, and entering a relationship are different. I talk to anybody, but pursuing something more certain certain attributes are important to me, physical and emotional. Got it. Okay. So Charles shared something recently while I'm sitting here preparing for this and thinking about who's gonna be on the panel and all that kind of stuff. He shared something, was it yesterday? On social media that I felt was
it was a couple
very related to this.
Yeah, it was something I wrote actually 2 years ago, and it came up in my Facebook memories, and I said, let me put this back out there. This is kind of deep. So if you want me to read it, I'll go ahead and read it.
I do. I want you to read it now. Go ahead.
Okay.
Y'all are still on. He's just taking the stage. So go ahead and share with us.
When it comes to love and relationships, God is never concerned about the superficial, quote unquote, things that some of us look for in a mate. God's not concerned with matching up six-figure salaries, traveling partners, heights, weights, skin tone preferences, socio-political preferences. Instead, God is more concerned about spiritual matchups, values matchups, mores matchups, and heart and soul matchups. He's more concerned with creating spiritual units rather than units based on man-created superficial desires and benchmarks. Your happiness will come when you let go of what your picture of a mate is and allow God's more perfect picture to become a part of you. There's your key to relationship happiness. Just don't fight it when it happens.
And you said that God gave you that. What was going on at that point in time when that came to you?
Ooh, Lord have mercy. Well, I lost my wife in 2018. So this came to me in 2019. And I was driving on the road, and I guess I was just thinking about life, and once again, he comes up to even when I was younger and single and between relationships and meeting Blanche on the next, it just showed that essentially whatever your picture is, and I alluded to this earlier, whatever your picture is, it may not be what you end up with. Because you never know what God has in store for you. You never know what God has in your future. Okay, you can have a strong relationship with Him, but He knows best, and you got to fly. You got to fly with what God delivers to you. And I was very fortunate that He delivered to me once again one of the greatest women that the greatest woman I ever knew, and one of the greatest women that ever walked the face of this earth. And I've lived a very, very happy life with my Blanche.
So let's go right there, because we're going to wrap this up real quick. Charles, tell us about your book, where we can get it.
Sure.
And all those good things. Okay.
Well, anyway, this is my book, My Life with Blanche. And it tells a story, My Life with Blanche, Elements of a 30-plus year Black marriage. And I wrote the book essentially because there are no good, in my opinion, I never saw a good book on the market about Black marriage. Okay. There are many elements that go into it. And, I have to say it's a fantastic read. It's really good. A lot of people have gotten a lot out of it. You can get the book through direct mail. Directly through me. If you want to write this down, Cash App, $, all lowercase, Chas Duke, CHASDUKE, and the number 3. Through Zelle, you can do it through my identifier, which is the same as my email. Oh, with Cash App in the comments, be sure to put your mailing address so that I know where to send it.
How much?
Oh, it's $17.95 plus $3 for shipping and handling, totally of $20.95. Okay. You can also do it through Zelle, and you can do that through my email. Once again, please add your mailing address. My Zelle identifier is SUKAIRES, Sucares, @gmail.com. That's S as in Sam, U as in ukulele, K as in kitchen, A as in Apple, I as in International, R as in Robert, E as in Edward, and S as in Sam. And you can also mail me a money order. Sorry, can't take credit cards as of yet, not set up to do so. And that can be mailed to Bonetown Publishing, Post Office Box 246, Franklin Park, New Jersey, 08823. Once again, that is Bonetown Publishing, Post Office Box 246, Franklin Park, New Jersey, 08823. And yes, I used to be a DJ in college. Getting down the sound of the big town right about here.
I tried to get all of that so that I could share it here on the screen.
Okay. The Cash App, let's change the Cash App to lower, everything's lowercase, and it's CHAS.
Oh, good Lord. Every time I try
You
to share information about somebody's typing, I get it wrong.
Let me ask you a question.
Charles, type it in our private chat and then I'll share it.
Sure thing.
Yeah, type it in our private chat. Earl, what you got going on that you would like the people to keep up with you or check in with you?
Nothing. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm still doing, I retired, so I still do, I trade personally and for a company for hedge funds and stuff like that, Forex and stocks and cryptocurrencies, but I also consult with a lot of companies just on social justice issues, organizational planning, things like that with nonprofits and all that. But so I'm just trying to stay busy and also. But this is a pleasure. And this is really, really cool. And K-Mo gonna see me again because that's like my girl now. So, but yeah. But thank you, Tracy. This has been a lot of fun, man. This is really cool. So thank you.
No problem. Thank you for being a part of it, especially at such short notice, child. Like I told y'all, this almost didn't happen, honey, because I woke up not feeling it today. But y'all have really brightened my day. Come on, Ashley, tell us where you go, Ashley. Tell us where or how we can meet, catch up with you, or what you got going on, Ashley, if you're there.
Yeah, can you hear me?
We can hear you. We just can't see you, girl.
Yeah, I don't know where I went, but yes, you guys can follow me on Instagram, My Curvy Beauty, and you can subscribe to my website, mycurvybeauty.com, and my Cash App is money sign My Curvy Beauty. I do accept tips and donations.
Okay, can you put that in the private chat so I could just share it into the regular chat? All that you just said. Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and then finally, Miss K-Mo, tell us what you got going on and how the people can reach you, honey.
Hello, everyone. So I will be revamping my YouTube channel. So I would like people to just go subscribe. It is called Living Mo Life, and I'm gonna put it in here.
Yeah, put the link in the chat. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'll put the link in the chat for y'all. And just Black Girls of Texas, doing a lot of new things with that. We're almost 3 years old in September, and so launching a whole bunch of stuff coming soon. But Black Girls of Texas only for women, but we also do have Black Socialites of Texas. So you can join that. And it doesn't matter how old you are. We have from 21 to 50 to all of it, and everybody finds their space. So yes, let me put that though, the Black Socialites of Texas though, and that's on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to link to my YouTube. I will be doing a series called Control, but CTRL. And so I'm going to there's an album that I listen to that is like really special to me by SZA called CTRL. And so I'm going to speak to, because I used to blog, but I'm going to start back, every song and how every song played a part in my life, what I went through. So it's
nice.
Real juicy.
That's some
Real
good
juicy. So yeah.
That's some good content creation.
Yeah, just follow. So the guys can go to Black Socialites of Texas, but I'm gonna put my YouTube link for you all.
So Black Socialites of Texas is open to people who not in Texas.
Yeah, all kind of people being there.
Okay.
What's going on for the weekend? They don't even live there. They're like, you're just coming for the weekend. Okay, whatever. But yes, open to everybody. Black Girls of Texas is open to all women, all Black women. Let me specify. Yes, I'm exclusive. So yes, join the Facebook group. It is a community within its own, like no other. I almost want to say number one in Texas for Black women. Yep, it's Black Girls in Texas.
She being silly. She talking about Black girls have only been in Texas for 3 years. Girl, I told y'all she's a legit for real comedian. She ain't talking about the group. She just talking about Black girls being in Texas.
I want to say join together, yeah.
Right, okay, yeah. Under this umbrella, absolutely. Let's see what else we got over here in private chat. Let's see. Oh, so Charles said his book is also available in ebook form at Amazon.com. Nice. And y'all remember it is called My Life with Blanche. So you can get it there. All right, you guys. Let's see. And y'all can always share this link, the YouTube link, the Facebook link on the Soul Care for Single Black Women page, and people can watch the replay if they missed this. And furthermore, you guys, y'all can reach me, Tracy Reddy, at tracyreddy.com, soulcareforsingleBlackWomen.com. I am here to serve the single ladies in the area of dating and relationship preparation. Okay, a lot of y'all be talking about, oh, I'm not dating right now. I'll contact you when I'm dating. I don't want to talk to you then, because now you done made up your mind. You're finna go out there and make mistakes. I want to talk to you before you get to that part, so that we can work together and ensure that you have a better, healthier dating experience and remove the barriers and blockages and blind spots that stand between you and the love that you really want. So reach out to me at Soul Care for Single Black Women on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. I'm like Ashley. I mean, not Ashley, Kmo. My Soul Care for Single Black Women YouTube channel is growing. I got a Tracy Reddy channel. It's got a nice little following, but the Soul Care, we're trying to build that up. So if you haven't subscribed and you're watching there, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if anybody else has nothing else, we will end this now.
I just got to say thank you for this. This has been absolutely fantastic. I've gained a lot from it. I really appreciate all of you who have participated in this. So thank you for having me, Tracy.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you, Tracy, Kmo, Ashley, Charles, and all this. This was a ball. Thank you. It's wonderful meeting you all too. So
absolutely, y'all. Anybody else?
Thank you. Yeah, thank you guys. I had a ball. Very enlightening. Thank you.
Ashley ghosted us. Y'all notice that, right? Y'all see
okay,
see that? See okay?
Wendy's so silly. Said Ashley, tell her to go pay her light bill.
Wendy, it's energy conservation in Texas right now.
Right. Texas. Ooh, child, the heat though. I'm scared to go outside, even though I'm finna have to. But anyways, okay, Mo, you got some last words, parting words?
I want to say thank you for this. This was so fun. You know, I like to talk. So thank you for inviting me. And I needed you 3 years ago. Where were you? I wouldn't have to talk about my blog if I had you, girl. Anyways, okay.
I'm right here, girl. I'm right here. We're gonna connect.
All right.
All right, y'all. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Tune in next week as we're gonna wrap up. I think next Friday, the last Friday in the month. Yes. So we're gonna wrap this up with this series on how we show up. I ain't gonna tell y'all what it is because frankly, I don't really know yet. But because I combined 2 of them today. So I got to come up with my last one, but I'm sure it's going to be great. So until next week, salute you. See y'all later. Bye-bye.